What's snacking and snacker stars? It's the Snacktacular Brandon right here, ready to lay the snack down on you on pizza night. This week, I got something organic for you. No, I said organic. Yeah, organic. I'll be right back right after this to let you know what it is. Never fear, pizza night is here. So grab a can of beer for Friday night, October 23rd, 2015. Whoever you are, please wait until I finish eating. I agree. Anyway, today inside the fantabulous Brandon Sack 5000, you will notice it is a Frozen Friday. So let me go ahead and open up the Brandon Sack and wait, where's the pizza? Oh, there it is. Shebang! There it is from Bold Organics. Turn on the flavor. Organic Rising Crust Pizza. Again, they remind you it's organic. It is their Uncured Pepperoni Pizza. Organic mozzarella and uncured pepperoni. And as you see there, it's a kind of a small pizza. And it's not a cheap pizza for the size. It's at $7.99, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Not usually a huge fan of organic things. I like my GMOs and stuff like that. A bold approach to flavor. You can go ahead and read that story if you want. I'm not going to read it to you. Pause it if you like. And it's got our directions on here, what to say we got to do. Toaster oven. Yeah, this isn't a big pizza if you can put it in a toaster oven. Preheat the oven, remove from package, bake directly on top rack until crust is crispy and cheese is melted. I don't want a crispy crust, so I'm going to put it on the middle rack. How's that sound? And they're telling us to do it conventional oven, 450 for 12 to 14 minutes. Well, you know, my oven's kind of hot, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for, oh, I don't know, 425, maybe 400 for 10 minutes or less, and I bet you it'll turn out all right. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this thing out of the box and show it to you. As you can see, it comes in a standard cellophane wrapper there. Looks like it's got lots of cheese on there. I'm kind of impressed by that. I hope that's not an illusion. Let me get it out of this wrapper and show it to you a little bit better. All right, so there you see it out of the cellophane wrapper, and you've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, looks like about 10 or so pepperonis on this small pizza. Again, it's not a very large one. This is for sure about a personal size for me, I would say. I might even need some more after that. But there's lots of cheese on there, and if you look closely, there's a couple of different colors of cheeses. So maybe they put some smoked mozzarella in there or something like that. I don't really know. Alright guys, I'm going to pop this bad boy in the oven, and when I get back, I'm going to take a bite of it and tell you what I think about it on pizza night. Hell, before I have to do that, I gotta show you what it looks like after it's cooked, right? And I did that, and you know, I lied. I decided to go ahead and put it on the top rack, and I decided to go ahead and, you know, well, I didn't decide to. I actually checked it after about 8 minutes. It wasn't nearly ready. I checked it after about 10 minutes. It wasn't quite ready. I let it go to about 11, and you'll notice that on the core, most of the cheese is melted down in there. For some reason, there's some stragglers, and those are those weird-looking pieces of yellow cheese that I mentioned in the earlier part of the review here. Taking a look at the crust, it really started to brown up and get nice and golden there along the edges, and it started to crisp up as well. But underneath there, it's okay. Definitely some brownage and actually crisping up around the edges of the Ronies there. And yeah, alright. I don't know if it's 100% done, but it looks done enough by my standards. I'll be right back to take a bite of this thing because there's no 420 slice. The whole damn thing's a slice to me. I mean, look at that. Be right back right after this. Fat pizza pizzas, they're big and they're cheesy. Well, this isn't fat pizza. They're not big, but they're kind of cheesy. It's Bold Pizza, the organic pizza once again. Basically turn on the flavor. That's what they want us to do. It's a rising crust pizza. I have decided through careful observation that this pizza is cooked all the way through just by looking at it, and the cheeses that didn't exactly melt on the top there are that secondary cheese that was kind of yellow, and I'm still not quite sure what that is. If you know what it is, let me know. Maybe it was a Parmesan or something. I don't know. Like I said, this thing doesn't even have a 420 slice. So I don't think I'm even going to bother to slice it up. I'm just going to pick this bad boy up, show it to you next to my noggin. I mean, my head's almost as big as this pizza, right, guys? I mean, come on. $8 for that? I mean, my head's worth more than $8, I guess, but not that much more. Let me go ahead and take a bite of this thing and do it on the cheesy side. So far, a very interesting flavor, and I'm going to have to take another bite to really let that flavor sink in. Well, the box said turn up the flavor, and I think they actually did. This is a very flavorful and tasty little pizza. It is too small for $8, but it's pretty good. I like the pepperoni. They're a little bit thicker than your standard sliced pepperoni. There's no zest or pop to them really, but I think that's kind of what sets them apart from the normal frozen food pizza aisle pizza. You know, you get that kind of artificial pepperoni taste sometimes that is just supplemented by all those different little spices and stuff that they inject into it. This has more of a meat flavor than that. I can actually taste the pork. I think it's a pork, chicken, and beef mixture still here, just like most of your frozen pizzas, but it's a pretty good taste altogether. The cheese, very flavorful. It's got a creamy bite on the edge of becoming sharp, and it doesn't quite get to sharp, and it's not supposed to because it's not a cheddar, it's a mozzarella. It's supposed to have that creaminess, but you got to have a little bit of substance to the flavor as well, and it gives you that. Not a lot of sauce on this pizza. That's one thing I noticed, and because of that, I didn't get a good sense of the flavor of the sauce. What sauce there was had a little bit of a tang to it, a little bit of a sweetness to it, but was mostly a savory sauce, and it's alright. I think you just need a little bit more. And I'm usually the guy that says back off the sauce a little bit. In this case, I think you need a little bit more. I like the depth and the overall texture of the crust. The fact that it crisped along the outside is pretty good, and it's not, you know, floppy or anything, but it's got a nice pillowy inside that I like a lot. That's pretty good too. Taking the price into consideration with the flavor, you kind of have to weigh the pros against the cons on that, and I think you're going to come up with about a 3/4 thumbs up pizza there. You know, if it were $4 or $5, this might be 7/8 thumbs up pizza. Or if it were larger for $8, it might get to that level as well. But not quite in my eyes this time. 3/4 thumbs up for the Bold Organics Turn on the Flavor Rising Crust Uncured Pepperoni Pizza. Thanks for watching Pizza Night, guys. Thanks for watching all of the videos on the sAs Snacks channel on YouTube, and you can do so by, you know, clicking on many of the links that you see on probably, you know, right over here, you know, with all the watch videos and whatnot. You know, watch those. Don't be a stooge. Also, share them with your friends. Let everybody know that the sAs is awesome. You can see how awesome we truly are by going down in the description and clicking on the link down below, which will make you a member of our Facebook page, unless you are named Ollie or Margie, because right now there is a moratorium, a ban, if you will, on people with those names. If your name is Margaret or Marjorie, that's alright, but not Margie, and if your name is Oliver, that's fine too, but definitely not Ollie, you Ray-Ban selling scums. Alright, thanks for watching once again. Make sure you watch, help us get to 500K by New Year's Day, subscribe, all that good jazz, and in the meantime, follow me on Twitter, Brandon Reich SAS. In between time, the Instagram too. I'll see you next time. #Snack Society. Bye-bye.